Hey angels. Um, so it hasn't been a while since I posted a video. I've been posting short films. I've been doing a lot of that lately, and that's like my main thing on here. I wanted to try to branch out and do other things, so I was like, why not introduce you to my cat Salem? This is Salem. Say hi, Salem. Good boy. I had Salem for 2 months now, and his birthday's actually coming up. It's August 31st, and he'll be 1 year old. So he's not a full year yet. Salem is a very cuddly kitty. He is so great. Okay, let's go back to the day I got Salem. It was on a Friday. My roommate Kelly, she was going to go visit a pet shelter in Rochester, Minnesota, which is about 40 minutes to an hour away from here. On a Friday, because she wants to get a cat too. She did get a cat, but she wanted to get a cat, and she wanted to go to look. I know I wanted a cat. I know I specifically wanted a black cat. So she was like, hey Franny, do you want to go with me on Friday to go look at cats? And I was like, sure. So after I finished work, we went to Rochester. We went to the pet shelter. It was really interesting. They had a lot of cats there, and they had us go on a tablet and pick out specific cats we wanted to see. Yeah, so I picked out Salem and 2 gray cats that I thought looked cute. So they took us to a room where all the cats were playing and stuff, and we saw the hey. I saw the gray cats, and they were really nice and they were really friendly. Kelly saw the cats she wanted to see too. Hers seemed really shy. We saw kittens, and we went to the kitten room, and that was really adorable. I'm a huge animal lover, so I was like, oh my gosh, animals. I was like, kitties. But I wasn't like, I didn't feel the urge to take any of them home. So we get to a longer room that has several cages. The lady was showing us around. She's like, Kelly, the cat you wanted to look is like right there. So she looks at it, and then she's like, Francisco, the cat you're interested in is all the way in the back. So I was like, okay. So I start walking through this room, and these cats are just like, they see this a lot probably. They didn't really like give a shit that we were there. They're just laying, chilling, minding their own business, didn't bat an eye. So I was like walking down, all these cats like really don't care. And then I get to his cage, and he's laying down. He turns around right away, and then he looks at me. He gets up, goes to the door of the cage, and puts his little paw just like that on the cage. And I was like, oh my god, hello. I was like, can I hold him? And she's like, yeah. So she opens the cage. The moment I grab him, he just feels my fingers. He starts to purr, just purr so loud. She was like, so what do you want to do? And I was like, give me the damn papers. I fell in love right away. I literally felt the urge to take him. So they had like a 24-hour process and whatnot to get approved to adopt him. Which, by the way, his original name isn't Salem, it's Remington. I made it into his last name, so his full name is Salem Remington. That was on a Friday. Saturday morning, I get the call that I'm good to go, and I needed a ride there, so I asked my friend Brittany. Shout out to Brittany. The funny thing is, Brittany hates cats. She doesn't like cats at all. Like, I had told her that I would maybe get a cat because it was between a cat and a bunny, and she's like, ew, no, get a bunny. So yeah, she doesn't like cats. So I asked her on Saturday, I was like, hey, are you doing anything? She's like, no. I'm like, do you want to give me a ride to Rochester? And she's like, oh, to pick up your cat? I was like, yeah. She's like, sure. And then we go to pick him up. I come in with like a cat carrier and stuff, and then I sign what I need to sign, pay what I need to pay. And then they bring us to the same room he was in with the cage, and they take him out, and Brittany starts taking pictures, as well as the representative there, because they have a Facebook page that they like to show pictures of people and their new adopted pets. So they're taking pictures, and Brittany just fell in love the moment. I'll put it up here, but there's like a picture of Salem and I just like looking at each other, and she was just like, her heart just melted. But when we got here, I let him loose around the house and he started like running around, you know, exploring, looking at the territory. That day I found out he does this thing, like I'm on my phone, I was on my phone like sharing a story of him, and he came up and like rubbed my phone because he wanted my attention. So he like rubbed my phone and like he's like, put your phone down, love me. Brittany said, I'm the godmother now, and I'm like, okay. Which, by the way, the next day Brittany brought some toys for him. He's very playful. He's very playful. We have another cat, Esme, and she's older. She's 3 years old, and she is not as playful. She's really lazy. Sometimes like they get into fights because Salem wants to play and she's like, F off. And he doesn't quite get that she doesn't want to play. So sometimes when she gets aggressive, then like he thinks it's part of the game too. He's very naughty. It's funny because there are some things like that he's not allowed to do. For example, like going on the countertop in the kitchen or going on certain shelves, and like he doesn't do it when you're there, but when you leave the room he'll do it. I've walked in on him and he just looks scared with the moment he sees you and just like runs for his life because he knows he's in trouble. So he's a naughty kitty. He gets that from me. He's really naughty. Oh, I've been testing this out a bit. He does it most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time. But I've sat here and like just pretended to cry, and a lot of times he just comes up to me and like rubs his face against my face or licks my face to like try to make me feel better, which is the cutest thing ever. Oh. It's so cute. It's really hard to stay mad at him because he's really cute. I was lucky enough to get a cat that likes to be like cuddled with. There was a weekend where I wasn't here, but he stayed here with my roommates, and the moment I got back, he just like came to me and he was running and he was meowing, and I picked him up and he was just like rubbing his face, and like he like missed me, and like my roommates told me that he was like a sad boy that weekend. He's very cute. He's very cute. He's very loyal. He knows I'm his dad. Yeah, so this was a very different video than what I'm used to doing, but this is my cat, Salem Remington. I love him so much. For those of you wondering, I did name him after Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Growing up, I loved that show, and I said if I wanted a cat, I wanted to get a black cat. I wanted to get a black cat and name him Salem, and that's what I did. My first pet ever, Salem Remington. What? He is also a hunter, so if there if there are bugs in the house, he will kill them. I was with my roommates, and I was literally telling him like, yeah, if he sees like a fly or something, he'll like chase after it and kill it and eat it. And at that exact moment, it was perfect timing. That exact moment, a moth flew in, like a giant ass moth, and I was like, oh, perfect. And then I like lift him up and I'm like, Salem, look. And then he just like locked eyes on it. I was like, attack. He ran. It landed on the wall. He just jumped up, slammed it against the wall, and just ate it. Yeah, so we probably won't have a bat problem or a bug problem here because Salem will probably kill it and eat it. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I feel like I should say that. I feel like it's very mandatory for all YouTube people. Like and subscribe. Bye, angels. Mr. Sandman.